So there's this quiet revolution happening in human resources right now. It's a shift from AI that just automates boring tasks to AI that actively, well, augments our intelligence. Today, we're going to unpack the HR AI toolkit that's making this all possible.
All right, first up, what does this transformation really mean? We're talking about moving away from tech that simply checks boxes to tools that help us think bigger and act way more strategically inside our organizations. You know, this image just perfectly captures the whole evolution. On one side, you've got that traditional mountain of administrative work. On the other, a strategic, data-driven command center. And AI? Well, AI is the bridge that gets us there, handling all that routine stuff so HR pros can focus on what really matters, building a better, more effective workplace.
This slide really lays it all out. On the left, you see the old way, right? The slow, manual processes, time-sucking reviews, generic job descriptions. But on the right, that's the AI-assisted future. Instant summaries, customized job posts, and real-time analytics. And listen, this isn't just about being faster. It's about a fundamental upgrade in the quality and personalization of the work.
To really get this shift, we've got to know the engine driving it. This is not your old-school AI that just sorts data. Generative AI actually creates new stuff. So think of it less like a calculator and more like a creative partner. One that can help you brainstorm ideas, draft communications, or even design entire learning modules from scratch.
So, how is all this powerful tech actually being packaged up for HR professionals? The good news is, it's not some single, all-knowing AI that you have to master. Nope, it's something way more practical.
The key thing to remember here is to think of AI as a specialized toolkit. I mean, you wouldn't use a hammer to turn a screw, right? Same logic. There's a specific instrument for every single job, whether it's writing policy or analyzing employee engagement data.
And this table breaks down that toolkit in action. You can see you've got different platforms for different needs, ChatGPT for text, Gemini for data analysis, and then you have a category we're going to focus on in just a bit, tools like Synthesia and Runway, which are specifically built to create amazing visual content, like training videos.
Okay, let's zoom in on a really specific and often resource-intensive area for HR, creating learning and development content. With the huge rise of visual learning, this presents a brand new challenge, and it's where that AI toolkit becomes incredibly important.
This really poses the central challenge for so many organizations. How in the world do you deliver high-quality, visually compelling training to your entire workforce without needing a massive production team or, frankly, a Hollywood-sized budget? The old way just doesn't scale.
Well, thankfully, the HR AI Toolkit has specialized tools that directly answer that question. So let's look at how Synthesia and Runway are completely changing the game for creating visual content, especially when it comes to corporate training.
First up is Synthesia. Just imagine this. You write a script for, say, a compliance training. You feed it into the tool, and you get back a polished video with a super realistic AI presenter. And get this, you can even generate that video in multiple languages. It's a massive leap in efficiency.
And paired with Synthesia, you have Runway. This is like your creative visual engine. While Synthesia gives you the presenter and the voice, Runway generates the custom visuals, the animated clips, and the B-roll you need to illustrate your points and make those training videos genuinely compelling and memorable.
So what can these tools actually produce? We're talking about real, tangible, professional-grade content that used to take teams weeks, if not months, to create. From multi-language compliance videos to animated explainers for benefits, all of this can now be done in a fraction of the time.
Okay, this is a really critical point. Using all this power responsibly requires a clear framework. These tools are incredible assistants, but they are absolutely not a replacement for human judgment and ethical oversight.
This quote from the source material just perfectly captures the ideal partnership. The AI can generate the first draft, the initial visuals, the raw output, but it's the HR professional's job to curate that content, to check it for accuracy, for fairness, for tone, and make sure it aligns with company values.
And before any team even thinks about using these tools, these rules have to be the absolute priority. Data privacy is not a suggestion, it is non-negotiable. You have to have corporate approval, and you should never, ever upload sensitive employee data to a public AI platform. The human always remains accountable.
And this really serves as the ultimate ethical reminder, doesn't it? We have to constantly balance what the technology can do against our human values and the potential impact on our employees' lives and careers. Technology must always be in service of people, not the other way around.
So, we'll leave you with this question.
As you've seen, this AI toolkit is already here. It's redefining what's possible in HR. So the real question isn't if AI will change your job, but rather, are you prepared to be the one who guides that change responsibly within your organization?